Try and find me, Jose Monkey.
You asked me to figure out where this video was recorded, so I did. Hi, I'm Jose Monkey, and I find people who ask to be found. Guys, be sure to stick around to the end of the video because I have some announcements to make about the upcoming International Week I've been planning. But before that, I've got some US locations to do, including the one that we have today. So what can we see? This video starts with this person asking to be found, and we can see that they're at a playground. They flip the camera around and we can see a few things. On this utility pole here, we can see a US flag and also a yellow flag that says welcome on it. We can see this blue box in the foreground here. I'll come back to that in a minute. We see a building that appears to be a church across the street. Next, we get a license plate on this car here, and it looks like a Connecticut plate. We can see a street sign here, but it's not really readable. And then they turn the camera and show us the playground and also this gazebo or like covered pavilion thing here. Next, we can see a couple signs, but this one's too blurry to read, and this other one looks like the back of the sign, so there's not really any writing. Next, we see some roofers working on this house here. And then this person completes the 360-degree turn and shows us some of the same stuff from the beginning of the video. Okay, so that blue box I immediately recognized as a Little Free Library box. Little Free Library is a nonprofit organization that has helped to put 24/7 self-service book exchange boxes like this all over the world, expanding book access to communities everywhere. If you want to learn more about them, just Google Little Free Library. Okay, so I knew I should be looking for a playground near a church in Connecticut, and there should be a Little Free Library box very close to the playground. I tried to use the map that Little Free Library has on their site to help you find their boxes. And while I'm sure that this works really well if you're like a regular person who's just trying to find the nearest exchange box to you, it really doesn't work very well if you're a crazy person like me who just wants to see every single Little Free Library in the state of Connecticut. So I struggled with it for a bit, but without knowing where to look, it was a little bit hard to use for this. I thought maybe I could do a data mining query here, but I was a little bit concerned that the Little Free Libraries might not be in the OpenStreetMap database. So I did a quick search and I found that there were not very many objects that were named Little Free Library. I also discovered that there's actually a metadata tag for this in the OpenStreetMap database. It's amenity equals public bookcase. So I tried that too, but I didn't really get very many more results, so I figured that the coverage was really just not very good. I could search for anything with the word library in it, but that would get all kinds of extraneous results. And searching for churches near playgrounds was also a non-starter, just way too many results to be helpful. I needed some way to narrow this down. That's when I remembered that yellow welcome flag in the video. I wondered if I could find anything based on that. So I did a quick reverse image search to see if I could get anything that looked similar. And to my surprise, the first result I got looked very similar. That was for a Facebook page for a group in Waterbury, Connecticut. That seemed promising, so I went back to the Little Free Library map, and I looked for where there were Little Free Library exchange boxes in Waterbury. And there were really only a few of them, and one of them was right near a park and a church. So I went to check it out, and guys, that was it. You were at Schofield Park in Waterbury, Connecticut. Google Street View showed me the church that we could see in the video, and we could also see the playground and the gazebo. And we could even see the Little Free Library exchange box that helped us find this place. You were standing right over here by these swings. Also, this is really fun, guys. The Google Street View for this area was updated very recently, so we can actually see that house that just got a new roof. Check it out. Here's the old roof, and here's the new roof. Roof looks great. Okay, it's time to check which previous location was closest to this one. And this time, it was one of the locations that I found in the Christmas lights special that I did at the end of last year. It was a spot in Bristol, Connecticut. That's only about 11 miles or 17 kilometers away from this spot. Okay, real quick, guys. I told you I was going to do another International Week like I did last year, where I spend a whole week focusing on only videos recorded outside of the United States. And I'm going to do that, starting this Sunday, February 25th. But I realized a couple things. First, I have way more videos than I could possibly fit into a week. So International Week might end up being like 10 days or something. I don't know. We'll have to see how it goes. But I'll spend at least a week focusing on non-US videos. And the second thing is, International Week means that I'm not going to be doing any US locations, but I'm also not going to do any Canadian locations. Now, before you get upset, hear me out. As I was going through my list of non-US locations that I'm ready to do a video about, I realized that there were a bunch of Canadian locations in there. In fact, I could probably do a whole Canadian week. So I think maybe I'm going to have to do that in the near future. See, it's a good thing. I'm also considering whether I should do some other themed series. Like, for example, I get a lot of videos that have trains in them, so I was thinking maybe I would do like a train week or something. I don't know, we'll see. Let me know what you guys think. Okay, that's all for now, guys. If anybody else wants me to find them, record a video where you say, "Find me, Jose Monkey," or something like that on camera, or hold up a sign that says something similar. And don't forget to tag me in a comment on that video.